I'm just so happy my father had a chance to see his kids before he passed. I just want to say thank you.
When her father fell ill, the American Red Cross was able to help get Veronica's brother home from the Navy to speak to his father one last time. It's thanks to your donations that we can connect military families when they need it most. Please donate today at redcross.org.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method and to get your free report, go to 52security.com. That's the number 52security.com. 52security.com. Go to 52security.com.
Hurt or injured in a car accident? It can be hard to take the proper legal action after a car accident, but waiting can cost you more. The law requires car accident victims to assert claims promptly. You could lose out by simply waiting. Call 800-709-4667 right now to see what your claim could be worth when handled by a skilled attorney. With a lawyer fighting and speaking up for you, you could be entitled to a big cash award. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Now it's fast and easy to connect with the legal help you need after your car accident. Call 800-709-4667. The call is free, but you need to act now before time runs out on your claim. You need a lawyer to fight for you, protect you, and get you the compensation you need and deserve. Time's wasting. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Call now.
I considered suicide so I wouldn't put my family through all the pain.
Many of our warriors are returning home from the battlefield, only to face a new war as they struggle with devastating injuries. At Wounded Warrior Project, we understand. We're there to help.
Even though you think you're broken, you're not. It's the physical and the emotional healing that Wounded Warrior Project provides.
With a gift of just $19 a month, you can join Wounded Warrior Project. You'll help provide critically needed programs and services that rebuild lives.
Beautiful. There you go, buddy.
The ongoing needs of our wounded and their families will continue for many years to come. Now is the time to show your support. Call now or go online with your gift of just $19 a month and we'll send you this Wounded Warrior Project blanket.
It made me feel that there's people out there that care about us.
After this event, we can finally maybe start to heal as a family and move forward.
We need your help. The families are hurting.
For many of our wounded heroes, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. That's why your gift of just $19 a month is so important. Please, call or go online right now.
The following letters were written by our troops.
My dear fellow Americans, I truly appreciate your support. I was starting to wonder if people had forgotten about us over here. But then one of my buddies showed me this website, and now as tears are streaming down my face, I can see for sure that you haven't. Private Emily B., U.S. Army.
It's so heartwarming to see the American people not letting the men and women of the armed forces be forgotten. Your letters make a group of grown men, battle-hardened and gruff, act like a bunch of kids around a Christmas tree. Thanks. Staff Sergeant Matthew H., U.S. Army.
Your support may be the most important thing our troops can carry with them. But don't take our word for it. Take theirs. To show your support, visit americasupportsyou.mil. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Defense and the Ad Council.
Millions of Americans every day are shedding unwanted pounds by taking tested and proven Ultra Lipo Stick. Carbohydrates are bad. Our carbo-fighting antioxidant is good. Just listen to these satisfied customers.
My name is Gail, and I lost like 20 pounds on Ultra Lipo Stick.
My name is Jared, and I lost 46 pounds using Ultra Lipo Stick.
My name is Zach, and I actually gained weight. This stuff sucks!
Ultra Lipo Stick is safe and easy to inject. Just 3 doses 4 times a day discreetly underneath your fingernail. Listen to this.
I used Ultra Lipo Stick and suffered from side effects like uncontrollable greasy discharge.
Ultra Lipo Stick, it turned the armpits of all of my shirts orange. This stuff is crap.
Try it today and see some real results. Ultra Lipo Stick. Not available in stores. Results may vary.
Zinc Media. Feel the power of knowledge.
most politically incorrect black man on the planet, Rod Eccles.
Well, hello, my fellow Americans and fellow liberty lovers all across the globe. It is I, your lovable host, El Rod, coming to you live from my bunkerized home studio somewhere within the great granite state of New Hampshire, where the state motto is live free or die. It is not big government or bust. And yes, I checked again today. It is Wednesday, July the 22nd in the year of our Lord, 2015. And, of course, if you wish to join me and call me live this evening, the toll-free number is 603-8353-224, 603-8353-224. And, a lot going on today. I know I got some Trump news, and I've got some Cruz news, got some Obama administration news, and something about the changing the oath of citizenship for immigrants who want to become new U.S. citizens. This is going to frost many of you out there, I know, but and something that General Clark, remember Wesley Clark? I know a lot of people aren't really liking him at the moment, but yeah, we'll try to get to all that stuff as usual. But first, we have a number of people. Well, if you are calling in, we will get to you in just a second. So hold on. Just let me get through this first bit. We have a number of social issues going on right now that a lot of people Americans in general, we have the gay marriage thing. We have by the Supreme Court. Many Americans are not happy about that. In fact, this whole notion that the left is telling us, well, the majority of Americans are in favor of it. Actually, they're not. I think a recent poll showed that only 42% of Americans are in favor of it. And that is even a dubious poll number that high. Plus, we have, the Planned Parenthood thing. Now, they always try to tell us that the choice, abortion is really about choice, and that the vast majority of Americans are for choice. Well, when you ask the majority of Americans, and they do poll after poll about, well, do you believe in, do you believe that that life begins at conception or somewhere within that first trimester? And do you believe that we should have late-term abortions? And the vast majority of Americans, in many cases, you're approaching 60 or 70% that say no late-term abortions, that becomes a human Even if you don't believe at conception that when there is a viable fetus, in other words, it can survive even with medical attention outside the womb, that's really when it is a human and should not allowed to be aborted. And those numbers kind of fly in the face of what the left keeps trying to tell us, that Americans are just moving forward and we're becoming so enlightened on these social issues. And the point is that whether you're on the right or you're in the middle, an independent or Republican or a conservative, the vast majority of Americans still believe, in the most part, traditional values. Now, I know we have this marriage thing that a lot of millennials are putting off getting married or not getting married at all. And there are a number of different reasons for that as well. And one of the things is cost. It's becoming increasingly expensive to get married. Weddings are not cheap anymore. And people just, they say, well, what happens if we end up breaking up? It's easier just to walk away from each other than it is to get a divorce, which there is some truth to that, unless you have kids involved. And in which case, whether you're married or not, if you have kids involved in a breakup, it's just as messy as if you were divorced. And, we don't... I know that there are a lot of things that are kind of changing, but one of the things that seems to be slow to change, even for a lot of millennials, is in most parts of our society, is this traditional belief system of how society should be structured. And, the left, I'm not going to deny it, the left has made some inroads, with their social utopia type of agenda, but it is nowhere near what they claim. And we see poll after poll, even liberal polls, when they try to, CNN polls and ABC polls and MSN polls, and they try to do these polls to try to say that Americans are all for this stuff. It ends up proving the opposite, that the vast majority of Americans still are not in favor of a good majority of the liberal socialistic agenda. And that's just the way it is. And, I'll talk a little bit more about that. But we have somebody on the line. 409, you're on the Rod Eccles Show. Go ahead. What's on your mind?
Hey, Rod. Ernest Lee here. How are you this evening?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Now, Rod, wow, I call in and you're on the abortion and on social issues, and I'm like, oh, Ernest, please stay on track, because this particular situation, especially with all of the revelations that have come out in the last 10 days concerning not only Planned Parenthood with the harvesting and selling of the tissues, there's a new revolution every day, or a new revelation, not revolution. Sorry, that's probably where we're headed. But anyway, a new resolution. Just information coming out, and the other studies where the latest figures showing that there in New York City there were more black babies aborted than born. I mean, this is, I don't understand how the people will stand for this or things like this for much longer, which actually brings me to the point of my call. I was calling you about Common Sense 2, the Liberty Pledge, which is a pamphlet or booklet that I've written. It's available. I'm not trying to sell anything. It's available free online at thelibertypledge.com. And, I was speaking to Laura, and I understand, and I hope your family situation, I hope things are stable there. But I was speaking with Laura, and we were talking about interviews and things like this, and she told me to just call in. So I have just called in. So I didn't mean to interrupt your flow, but that's what I did.
Well, you were welcome to call in anytime. I do thank you for calling in. The thing that you touched on blacks being aborted, more being aborted than being born, especially in New York City. Well, we're finding out that that's, in major